Okay, everybody, hello. Welcome to this session. Let's talk about the some preparation for IGCSE exams. So we're going to work on exercises of IGCSE. Let me see if I can see my chat in here. Okay, let's see if I can write hello. Okay, I'm here. Remember that I'm going to use every Monday to work on IGCSE prep. We're gonna work during these sessions on IGCSE exams, and here I have some questions of IGCSE. In this case, it's for core exam, and we're going to work on some type of exercises about it. And we're gonna start with this exercise relating Venn diagram. Okay, so we're gonna start with this exercise. It says that 140 students choose which subjects they want to study. 122 choose biology, 55 students choose chemistry, 2 students do not choose biology and do not choose chemistry, and we have to complete the Venn diagram. So we're gonna start doing this exercise with the Venn diagram. Certainly, the first part that you can understand is that as 2 students do not choose biology nor chemistry, they should be outside of the region that represents biology and chemistry. So it means that 2 students are here. Now, on the other side, we have 122 students who choose biology and 55 students who choose chemistry. So if I add these two range of students, I'm gonna get 5 and 2, 7, 5 and 2, 7, and 177. So it means that I have 177 students here in the region of biology and chemistry. However, we have 140 students, and as I know that 2 students do not choose biology nor chemistry, so I know that I have at all 138 students. So 138 students should be here in this region of biology and chemistry and the intersection, but I have 177 students if I add both. So it means that I'm adding twice the people who are the intersection here. Okay, so it means like I'm adding biology students plus chemistry students should give me, and I'm adding the intersection, it's giving me 177, but I need 138. So I'm just going to subtract the 177 students minus the 138. This is gonna give me 17 minus 8, 9. Here is going to be 6 minus 3, 3. So 39 students will be the intersection. Will be the students that are in the intersection of biology and chemistry. Yeah, because if I add the biology students, I'm going to put it with blue, biology students, and let's put with red the chemistry students. So I'm adding this intersection, but this intersection is just going to be the subtraction of 177 and 138. 138 means all, plus the intersection gives me 177. So now, bearing this in mind, I know that now the number of students that are in the intersection are 39. So 39 here. Now, biology students are 122, but I need to subtract 39. So I'm just going to do the subtraction to determine the number of students who choose biology, only biology. So 12 minus 9 is 3. 11 minus 3 is 8. So 83 students choose biology. 3 plus 9, 12. 8 and 3, 11, and 1, 12. Okay? And in chemistry, so it will be the 55 students that choose chemistry minus the 39 students who chooses biology and chemistry. So 15 minus 9 is 6, and 4 minus 3 is 1, so 16 students. I'm just going to check. 6 and 9 is 15, go 1, 3 and 1, 5, 55. Okay, so this is how you complete the Venn diagram in this exercise. Just be careful, because at the first sight you don't know how to get the intersection of the students. And let's see what says question number B. Question number B says, one of these students is picked at random. Find the probability that this student chooses biology and chemistry. So biology and chemistry refers to the intersection, to this region. Okay, so it's asking, the question is just asking the probability that I choose biology intersection chemistry. This is what it's asking me here. So I just need to put that this is 39 over 140. That would be the probability that this student chooses biology and chemistry. 39 over 140. Let's see, there's no way to simplify. And this is how you can work on this type of exercises using Venn diagram, and this is how you can get different solutions when you need to have or you need to work with Venn diagram. This is the idea. At first sight I didn't get it, how to get the intersection, but now that you understand how to get the intersection, becomes easy. Just remember, you're adding twice, so you need to subtract to get the intersection. Very good. Now we're going to another question. Let's go and see another question. We're going to work on this exercise. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, come on. Let's see. Exercise 22. Exercise 22. So it says that bag A contains 2 black marbles and 3 white marbles. Bag B contains 5 black marbles and 8 white marbles. This is how we start. We have the bags here. And it says write down the probability that a marble picked at random from bag A is black. Okay, so I'm just going to pick one on random if that is black. So that's 2 black marbles and the total of marbles are 5. So it means that the probability is just 2 over 5. 2 over 5. Because it says 2 black marbles and I have at all 5. Okay, so the probability is going to be 2 out of 5. Now let's see the second question. Toby says you're more likely to pick a black marble at random from bag B than from bag A because bag B has more black marbles. Is Toby correct? Give a reason for your answer. Here you can answer directly if you want, or you can calculate the probability of getting black marbles. But there is something that I can observe here, that he immediately gives his reason that it's because bag B has more black marbles. I can tell immediately that no, he's not correct, because having more black marbles doesn't mean that you have a higher probability, because the probability depends on the ratio, because probability depends on the ratio of black marbles, black to total marbles. But I'm going to include more information. I'm going to calculate the probability that I get a black marble here. So it says 5 black marbles and 8 black marbles. So it means that the probability in bag B to get black marbles is going to be 5 over 13. Now, according to what Toby says, so he's telling that 5 over 13 is greater than 2 over 5. But that's not true. Let's do the cross multiplication. 5 times 5, 25, greater than 13 times 2, 26. So no, He's not correct. However, I can describe that depends on the ratio of black marbles to total marbles to determine the probability. This is how you can give a reason. And finally, let's see the other. It says, Toby adds some marbles to bag B. Probability of picking a black marble at random from either bag is now the same. Work out the smallest number of black marbles and white marbles he adds to bag B. So let's remember that the probability of bag A is 2/5. Okay, probability of black marble is 2/5. And in bag B, I have 5 black marbles and I have 8 white marbles. So what I'm going to do is I have in total 13. So he's telling me, hey, add marbles so you have the same ratio. So we need the ratio 2/15. There are many ways to do this type of question, but I'm going to show you the way I did it. That is just increasing the number of marbles until I get my ratio 2/15. Look at that. If I put 1 black marble, I'm gonna get 6 marbles over 8. So it means that I have the new probability will be 6/14. 6/14 will be, in simplest terms, 3/7. So it's not 2/5. Now I'm going to include 1 white marble. So I got 15. So I'm gonna get as the probability 6/15. And if I simplify divided by 3, it will be 2/5. So it means that if I include 1 black marble and 1 white marble, I'm gonna get equal probability, 2/5. So I'm going to put 1 black and 1 white. This is how you can answer these type of questions. You don't need like to have a formula or something like that. You just can test by increasing the number of marbles. Something that you can do, maybe it's a good idea, is that you have here 5 marbles or 8 marbles or 13 marbles. So try to multiply this ratio to get the least common number you can. For example, 5, I can multiply 2 times 3 to get 6. So I can include here until 6 and then find out the way to increase this number and then the number of marbles. Okay, so this is another idea of how to do this type of questions. Got it? So let's see. Another question that we can work on is this question. I'm going to go to here. Okay, this is the diagram, not to scale. In IGCSE, it's usual that you get these diagrams when it says not to scale. When it says not to scale means don't pay attention to the measurements, don't use your ruler, don't use your protractor, because they don't want you to use protractor or ruler. They want you to use trigonometry or geometry theorems or whatever you can do to solve this type of problems. Now it says that the diagram shows 2 right angle triangles. You can see them. Usually in questions of IGCSE, they're going to tell you what you can see on the image. So AD is 5 meters, that is here. DC is 14 meters, that is here. And the angle BAD is 53 degrees, that is here. Okay. Now it's telling you calculate BC. So the question is this side, BC. I'm going to put like some red color here for you to know that you need to find out BC. This is what you need to find. BC. BC. I think that I'm screaming a lot. Sorry. So now that I need BC, I'm going to solve the situation. How to solve the situation? So try to identify using the image which data you can find to get BC. For example, I'm just going to get ideas. Look, so for example, if I have 14 meters here and I'm able to find out BD, so I can use the Pythagoras theorem or the Pythagorean theorem to find BC. So this is a good idea. Now the question is how to find BD. And to find BD, what you can do is just to use this side and this angle and trigonometric ratios to calculate BD. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to calculate BD using trigonometric ratios. Remember SOHCAHTOA, and to use SOHCAHTOA, so we're going to identify that in the case of triangle ABD, I have the angle that is 53 degrees. I have the opposite side. No, I don't have it. It's BD. I have the adjacent that is 5 meters. And I don't have the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse in this case is AB. Okay, so if I use SOHCAHTOA, I know that I have opposite, I have adjacent and the angle, and I don't have the opposite, so I can use tangent. So if I use tangent of 53 degrees, it's going to be equal to opposite, that is BD, and adjacent, that is 5 meters. So if I solve, I got that BD is just 5 meters times tangent of 53 degrees. So now I'm just going to use a calculator to get my answer. Let me use a calculator to get the answer. So it says 5 times tangent of 53 degrees. 6.635, so I'm going to round it to 6.64 meters. That will be BD. Now, I already have BD. I can use the Pythagoras theorem to calculate BC. So BC is going to be the square root of 14 to the second power plus 6.64 squared. Okay, so I'm just going to use to the second power plus 14 to the second power and take the square root of this answer. Okay. 15.15. So BC is going to be 15.50 meters. Okay, so I already got BC. You can calculate BC just by using trigonometric ratios and Pythagoras theorem. This is how you can solve this type of exercises, and this is how you can do this exercise by applying trigonometric ratios and Pythagoras theorem. Even that this is an exercise for core, requires a lot of process, a lot of computations, but on the bright side is you're able to use calculator in these problems. You're able to use calculator because, so obviously you can see that there's a treatment that requires calculator. You have to calculate the tangent of the angle, so you have to round it. It's good that you round the numbers to 2 decimal places, or depending on how they ask. If they didn't tell you anything, I guess that it's okay if you use 2 decimal places. Now, we're going to end this session with an exercise referring to something more difficult, something from extended exercises. And this is the idea. It says that the table shows the amount of time, T minutes, 120 people each spend in a supermarket on one Saturday. So we have here a frequency table, and your job is, I'm not going to calculate the mean using the midpoints, I'm going to do the histogram to show the information. And the histogram, in the histogram there is something that says frequency density. Frequency density. Okay, so you need to be careful because maybe they will ask you to find frequency. So that's a histogram only with frequency, or relative frequency, or in this case they're asking you to do frequency density. And what is the frequency density? I had to study to know what is the frequency density, but it's something very simple. The situation is this. Here the intervals that they're taking to do the histogram, they are not using the same interval. The same interval. The interval changes. In this case you have an interval of 20 minutes. Here you have an interval of 10 minutes. Here you have an interval of 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes. Another 10 minutes. And here 10 minutes. So it means that as this is not a histogram who is using the same distance in the intervals, we gotta find a frequency density. And how to find the frequency density? Dividing the number of people by the interval that you find out. So in this case, for example, is 16 over 20. So you just have to divide 16 over 20. 16 over 20, if you divide by 4 both numbers, is going to be 4/5 or 0.8. Now here I got, for example, if I divide 18 divided by 10, I'm gonna get 1.8. 22 over 5. 22 over 5 is going to be 4.4. 40 over 5 is going to be 8. 21 over 10, so it's going to be 21 divided 10 is going to be 2.1. And finally 3 over 10, that is going to be 0.3. So this is just the frequency density that we have to graph. So in the first one is 0.8, in the second one 1.8. So 0.8, look at it's here. The second is 1.8, so it should be here. The third is going to be 4.4, then 8. So 4.4, 4.4. Remember that here it goes on the 5. Then in the next is 8, that goes from 45 to 50. So 8. And the other, it says 2.1 from 50 to 60. 2.1. So 2.1 is like here. Just verify the scale. I'm just going to draw. I don't have a ruler here. Unfortunately, there's no way to put a ruler in this program, so I'm not going to remember to use ruler in these exercises. So the frequency density is here. Okay, so this is how you draw the frequency density diagram, the histogram. This is how you complete the histogram with the frequency density. This is how you complete the frequency density diagram with the histogram using the information of the table. You can observe something to comment about is that the major frequency density is from 45 to 50 minutes. Okay, from 45 to 50 minutes. This is how you can get the frequency density. And finally, we can see this graph. I can show you another graph that says this histogram shows the amount of time 220 people spend each in the supermarket one Wednesday. So this is the graph. This is the other graph. So this is Saturday. This is Wednesday. And it says make a comment comparing the distribution of the time for the 2 days. So you just need to write a comparison. It doesn't matter which type of comparison as long as you compare it properly. For example, on Wednesday, nobody spends more than 60 minutes in the supermarket compared to Saturday. Or they take less time. There are people who take less time working here in the supermarket, being here in the supermarket from 0 to 10 minutes, not here. So you can make a comparison, for example, that people take less time on Wednesday than Saturday. Wednesday than Saturday. Okay, everybody, so this is how you can solve some problems about these type of topics, these type of working ideas. This is how you can work on problems for IGCSE. We're going to do more exercises about IGCSE. Remember that every Monday I'm going to be here working on activities about IGCSE, doing the preparation for IGCSE. I'm going to be at 6 p.m., half an hour or 1 hour working on this. I hope that this video helps you to prepare your IGCSE exams, and see you in another time. If you have more questions, just comment, chat, and I'll give you the answers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.